Kindly take your seats, please. We're running a bit late. Kindly take our seats. Let's take our seats, please. We're about to start, restart. Participants, shall we take our seats? We're running a bit late. I'm more than 30 minutes behind schedule, so let's make our way to our seats. Shall I? Can we clear the doorways at the back and the aisle as well? Please kindly clear the aisle so that okay, so I've been directed by the ECOFEPA president to start this segment. So, dear participants, all the delegates that came from far and near, this is the opportunity to learn and be mentored by the members of ECOWAS Parliament. So, at this point, permit me to start with the first item on this program after the opening ceremony, and that is case studies of other countries with gender parity laws. Case studies of other countries with gender parity laws. So let me just give a bit of context. It says here the need for legislative reforms to bring more representation of women into Parliament is what there will be a panel, these panelists will be discussing that, the need for legislative reforms to bring more representation of women into Parliament. And for that, I'd like to at this point call on the ECOFEPA President, Honorable Veronica Kadi-Sise, to come and to the podium and take her seat. She's one of the panelists. Followed quickly by Honorable Fatumata Yebeba, another ECOFEPA member, to come up to the high table. No, here. Let me announce some housekeeping rules. I would like the conference officials to please make their way up to the high table and properly tag the panelists so that we can better identify them. Conference officers, please. So moving forward, this session and section that we're on would be asking some pertinent questions. Yeah, name tags, yeah. No, just in case Veronica. So the pertinent questions to be asked here are: what are some successful examples of gender-sensitive constitutions? How can I advocate for constitutional reforms in my country? Tell us more about the role of women's organizations, parliamentarians in constitutional reforms. These are some examples of the questions they would be addressing for your benefit, participants. So pay keen attention. Thank you. I would now call on Honorable Veronica Kadi-Sise to moderate this session. Thank you.
Good afternoon, distinguished delegates. And I hope we all enjoyed the first session. We are here basically to exchange ideas, how to bring women together, and the reforms that we should see doing to make sure we change the scenario, we change the dynamics of bringing more women in the political sphere. Especially, you can relate that to the country you come from. Well, I am coming from Sierra Leone. As you heard my name, I am Honorable Veronica Kadisise. I am the longest serving MP in my country. I think I should be talking about four terms of 5 years, and in a male-dominated country and a male-dominated parliament. You can imagine the problems that you envisage. The way with respect to our politicians, the men, with respect, I know we have he for she's there. But for those who are yet to accept the fact that women are partners in development, women are makers, women are pushers, women are developers, we are caregivers. Behind any successful government, there is a woman, a strong woman. That woman can attest. The First Lady just stepped out. She can attest to that. And you yourself as a woman, you can attest to that. But in a political sphere, sometimes they'll dampen your spirit. You cannot even talk. Why? We are all in it together. So we have some tips that we want to share. In Sierra Leone now, we are, in the 5th Parliament, we are like 12%. Now we are boasting of 32% in the 6th Parliament. How? What is the magic? There's no magic. It's a proportional representation. What we did was we lobbied, first of all, we lobbied the government. If you lobby your government and there's a political will, it will be very easy for you to succeed. So therefore, you stakeholders, you honorable members, you strong women from your various countries, we have to embark on lobbying. You lobby your government. And also, you build alliances, networking. You go to other countries. Like for us, we went to Rwanda and Kenya to share our experience. And also, public awareness, education. You have to have organizations that can help you go to the air. You call meetings, town hall meetings to share your experience. These are some of the things that we do to get the reforms. And also drafting and proposing legislation. You cannot just try, because Parliament is the last sort. We have 3 arms of government: the judiciary, legislative, and the judiciary, executive, and the legislative. And our own role is to make law, to represent, and to see into the MDAs. So what we do, you have to go down to the MDAs, you have to go down to other areas so that you all can be in the same page. And try to convince them so that you can make laws. They will draft laws for you until it is written in black and white. It is written in your constitution, some amendments, then you will have a chance. And also lobbying and advocacy skills. You should have lobbying and advocacy skills. And that is why, as you heard from the Honorable Senator, our First Lady, saying you should find mentors. Like you youngsters, we want to catch you young. Find somebody, find your elder, a parliamentarian that you admire. You can go to that person, start to, to lobby, try to understand, and so that she can be your mentor. And also mobilize grassroots support. We need our sisters. We need the market women. We need the person in the village. She has her own input. That is how you do to achieve. That is how I admire Rwanda. When we went there, they told us whenever they want policies, they go down to the last man standing in the village to make his own input. So tomorrow, at the end of the day, he or she will not say, I'm not part of it. I don't know. Everybody will be involved. That is why you start the lobbying, you go down to the grassroots. So whenever these things come up to Parliament, they will be there, we invite them, they will be standing there having their placards in support of what we'll be saying. And also leverage international support. We should link on our donor partners, the UN women, the UN family, the EU. We have to go down to them because we are vulnerable. That's the bottom line. We don't have the capacity as the men. We link on this UN, on our donor partners, so that they can come in, they can chip in, either morally, financially, or materials. We lean on them. And also other international support, so that they can give us their own expertise to come and train us. And also persistent resilience. We should be concrete. You know, sometimes some women, if you are in this party today, because of problem, because you didn't win, I'm going to the other party. You should be thick-skinned. Even what they tell you, no, this woman is this woman. I know I'm not a call girl. I know I don't go to clubs. I don't go to nightclubs. If you tell me I'm going to a nightclub, or you have seen me there, or you try to tarnish my character just to dampen my spirit, that will make me more stronger. I will come to the podium, I will talk, and my voice will be heard, and it must be heard. A woman should be strong, because no matter, as soon as they have seen you saying the truth, or you are strong, or you want to say things, this is white, we should see it as white, they try to call you all sorts of names. But my sisters, you have to be thick-skinned. Be strong. Few days ago, we heard about social media talks we are going up and down about one of our sisters. You don't have to, you just put it behind your back and continue and focus, and you'll be more resilient and more strong. Debate. You have to stand. Leave the nonsense. Sometimes people will say, I don't know how to speak English. My mother tongue, in my mother tongue, I am amended by tribe. If I speak, if you don't understand, you will pick the nonsense out of the sense. I will speak it. If you say that English is not correct, go to Booker Washington. Go to him. He will give you the correct version. But I will say it. That is how a woman should be. You shouldn't be carried away. You should not be carried away. This is some of the successes that we have made in Sierra Leone. I am now the chief whip, the deputy chief whip, deputy chief whip 1, and the longest serving MP. You can just imagine, with all my duration in the parliament of Sierra Leone, yet I am at the back. But so be resilient. I will still be at the back. My voice will be heard in the front. I don't care the position you put me. But I will let you know that I am here. And I've been here before you. So all those was the leader of government business, this person is this, yet I am the deputy, can you imagine, deputy chief whip? And I debate. They will not tell me that I don't debate well. I debate, I relate, but that is how they will dampen your spirit. If I don't talk now, how can I save my colleagues, the voiceless, the village, the person in the last man, in the last village? So these are some of the tips that we share to make sure we work as a team. Let us forget about pulling down syndrome. If they want to scatter us, they will say they are not supportive. Women are not supportive. It's lies. So we are supportive. If you see a crazy woman going there losing her wrapper or what, we the women will go there and give her wrapper. True or false? Yes. So we support each other. So when they want to dampen our spirit, these are some of the words that they will say. In fact, your colleague don't support you. She doesn't know how to speak. She cannot do it. Why? We can do it. And we should be seen side by side. And without them, without us, they will not succeed. We are caregivers. Biblically, we are caregivers. This is a clear scenario when a man is sick. When a man is sick and the woman is away, maybe to work or what, he will be there shivering. As soon as he sees the man and the woman happens to bring tea or what, believe me, if you touch his temperature, it's down. That is the caregiving. We are partners in development, but they know it, but they refuse to accept it. It's left with us to accept the fact. So, my sisters, these are some of the things that, some of the tips that I can share with you people. It was a long journey. It was a long journey for a woman to be the longest MP in a male-dominated. And even as at now, still my people need me. In as much as I'm asking now for exit, but still they need me. But we have to show that you have to lick the bone. Don't lick everything on the bone. Leave some and drop it for the others. And that is what we will do. And that is what I'm going to do. So ladies and gentlemen, my sisters, especially the youngsters, you have a long way to go. We'll catch you young. We will exchange our ideas, our expertise, we will share it. Take us as your mentors. It is not easy. It's a long and rugged journey and rugged terrain, but we'll reach there one day. So with that, I'll pause as at now so that I will give chance to my colleagues so they can join me to continue with the talk. Thank you very much.
Merci beaucoup. Bonjour à toutes et à tous. Moi, je suis honorable Hadja Fatmata Yebe. Je viens de la République de Guinée. C'est un honneur pour moi, un plaisir d'être ici aujourd'hui pour partager avec vous la question sur les droits des femmes, la question de la parité. Mais je voudrais, avant de commencer, dire aux hommes parlementaires qui sont avec nous ici dans cette salle que vous êtes nos partenaires. Nous ne sommes pas là pour vous combattre. Nous voulons juste être au même niveau que vous, avoir les mêmes opportunités que vous. Parce que vous n'êtes pas sans savoir que les femmes constituent plus de la moitié de la population. Alors, moi je me dis quelque part, c'est difficile de mettre cette grande partie de la population et aspirer à un développement, aspirer à une paix. Alors, je vais vous dire un peu les expériences, les exemples réussis de chez nous. Par exemple, nous en Guinée, d'abord, il y a la volonté réelle des autorités pour accompagner les femmes, pour l'épanouissement des femmes, pour la parité. Avant, on ne faisait pas les 25%. Aujourd'hui, nous faisons plus de 30%. Je vais vous dire, au Conseil national de la transition, nous sommes 81 personnes. Sur les 81 personnes, plus de 30%, c'est des femmes. Et ensuite, vous allez voir ici la délégation de la Guinée. Nous sommes 6. Nous sommes 3 femmes et 3 hommes. C'est un exemple à suivre. C'est un exemple de parité. C'est un exemple à imiter. Nous, au Conseil national de la transition, nous avons une présidente de commission permanente. Nous avons des femmes rapporteurs. Nous avons des femmes vice-présidentes. Et la vice-présidente du Conseil national de la transition, c'est une femme. Nous avons même eu une rapporteure générale au sein du Conseil national de la transition. Aujourd'hui, elle est ministre aujourd'hui dans le gouvernement. Alors, moi je me dis, comment on a fait les organisations, les fêtières d'organisations féminines, nous nous sommes beaucoup battus sur le terrain. Nous avons visité les états-majors des partis politiques. Parce qu'on a constaté qu'au niveau des partis politiques, on utilisait les femmes. On nous utilisait, c'est-à-dire partout il faut porter un sobi, partout il faut faire la mamaya, on vous fait appel. Mais quand il est question de prendre les décisions, et le plus souvent les décisions, là, vous savez, se prennent quand? Très tard la nuit. Ça trouve que les femmes sont parties. Et nous, on a exigé aux partis politiques la parité, c'est-à-dire sur les listes électorales, une femme, un homme. Une femme, un homme. Pas mettre aligner 10 hommes et aligner même 50 femmes derrière. Ce n'est pas de ça que nous voulons. Nous voulons la parité. Aujourd'hui, au niveau du CNT, nous avons, il y a une coalition, il y a un caucus de femmes. Il y a un caucus de femmes qui est mis en place. C'est une organisation féminine qui regroupe toutes les femmes parlementaires. Et là, les femmes sont soudées, on fait les choses ensemble. Nous voulons aller de l'avant. Nous voulons atteindre la parité. Qu'est-ce que nous devons faire? Nous sommes avec les hommes, ils sont plus nombreux que nous au niveau du Conseil national de la transition. On s'approche d'eux, on fait des plaidoyers pour les amener à comprendre que ce n'est pas une concurrence, c'est un partenariat, on se complète. La femme et l'homme se complètent. Je veux vous dire, la femme, c'est la mère de l'humanité, une partie de l'humanité. La femme, si elle met le feu sous la marmite, c'est pour faire à manger à la famille. Ce n'est pas pour des conflits. La femme est très paisible. Je suis heureuse aujourd'hui de voir pour la première fois une femme présidente du Parlement de la CEDEAO, une femme présidente, c'est une première. C'est quelque chose qu'il faut applaudir. Ça nous met en confiance, nous les femmes. C'est pourquoi, nous les femmes là, nous devons nous donner la main. Nous devons conjuguer le même verbe. Évitons de nous combattre. Notre objectif, c'est l'épanouissement de la femme. Si c'est l'épanouissement de la femme, il faut se donner la main. On ne peut pas nous donner la parité là dans un plateau d'or. Ça s'arrache. Ça s'arrache. Moi, j'ai appartenu à une coalition. On a fait le tour des départements ministériels. On a fait une caravane. On est rentré dans tous les départements. On a rencontré les ministres. On a vu les directeurs. On a demandé, écoutez, il y a des femmes capables ici. On dit souvent que la femme n'est pas capable. C'est vrai, il y a des femmes peut-être qui ne sont pas capables, mais il y a des hommes aussi qui ne sont pas capables. Mais on ne parle jamais de ça. C'est la femme seulement. On a dit, écoutez, on a ouvert les yeux. Aujourd'hui, nous voulons que promouvoir les femmes au niveau des départements ministériels. On a engagé un cabinet pour faire des statistiques au niveau de tous les départements, par catégorie. On a eu les femmes cadres supérieurs, cadres moyens, et ainsi de suite. Alors, on leur a donné ça. Si vous avez besoin, si on a besoin de nommer une femme, vous avez un répertoire. Vous vous référez à ça, vous prenez, et la femme, nous, on n'est pas pour promouvoir, simple pour promouvoir, hein. Nous voulons avoir des femmes capables. Nous voulons avoir des femmes capables. Et je suis sûre, dans la salle là, il y a beaucoup de femmes capables. Elles demandent seulement à être soutenues, à être accompagnées. Bon. Au Parlement de la CEDEAO, je veux dire, pour vous dire qu'il y a une volonté de promouvoir l'égalité au Conseil national de la transition, aujourd'hui, nous sommes en phase d'élaboration d'une loi sur la parité. Avant l'ancienne législature, il y avait eu la parité. Mais quelle parité? Sur les postes électifs. Maintenant, cette parité-là prendra en compte et les postes électifs et les postes nominatifs. Ça veut dire que si à ces deux niveaux-là, on respecte la parité, on aura 50% de femmes, 50% d'hommes. Les hommes, on vous rassure, on est avec vous. On est avec vous. Soutenez-nous. Soutenez-nous au niveau des parlements pour avoir des textes favorables à l'équité du genre. C'est tout ce que nous demandons. Parce que tout homme normal aime sa femme. Tout homme normal aime sa femme. Et tout aime sa mère. Et tout homme normal a peur de sa femme. Alors, on dit souvent, quand il y a une discussion qui est très tendue, on discute, on dit le plus souvent, on va remettre ça demain matin. Demain matin, là, vous savez ce que ça veut dire? On revient à la maison, on consulte la femme. Aujourd'hui, il y a eu ça, il y a eu ça. Qu'est-ce que tu en penses? Comme la femme est sage dans les conseils, elle conseille l'homme, elle lui donne des directives. Et quand elle revient le lendemain matin, c'est l'homme qui porte la voix. Mais derrière, c'est la femme. Mais tout ça, ce n'est pas visible. Tout ça, ce n'est pas visible. Alors, aujourd'hui, nous les femmes, levons-nous, donnons-nous la main. Partout où il y a un exemple réussi, allons prendre et nous approprier. Ça va nous aider. On dit souvent que l'ennemi de la femme, c'est la femme. Moi, je ne suis pas d'accord. Je ne suis pas d'accord. C'est peut-être qu'on rentre entre les gens pour dire que non, toi, tu sais, tu es capable, l'autre n'est pas capable. Non, on n'accepte plus ça. On ne va plus accepter ça. On a cette plateforme-là, ECOFEPA. On va l'agrandir. On va mettre les idées. On va mettre nos expériences là-bas pour permettre à toutes les femmes ici d'exploiter ça et de chercher à émerger. De chercher à émerger. Vous, les hommes là, on est avec vous. C'est la complémentarité. Juste la complémentarité. Certains pensent que la femme, si elle vient au pouvoir, elle va être ceci, elle va être cela. Mais vous avez vu beaucoup d'exemples réussis où la femme aux commandes et vous regardez les résultats derrière. Mais c'est de bons résultats. C'est de bons résultats. Alors, ce que je vais demander aux hommes des différents parlements où il n'y a pas beaucoup de volonté pour accompagner les femmes pour arriver à l'égalité, on vous demande d'accompagner les femmes. On vous demande d'accompagner les femmes. Aider les femmes. Quand on aide la femme, tu as aidé ton épouse, tu as aidé ta fille. alors c'est de ça que nous avons besoin. Moi, je sais que on peut compter sur vous, les hommes, ici. Je sais qu'au retour dans vos différents parlements, vous allez faire écho. Vous allez faire écho pour dire attention, attention, les femmes sont présentes, on va les accompagner. C'est de ça qu'on a besoin. On vous remercie. Merci beaucoup.
So, dear participants, are we still here? Okay, this is supposed to be interactive. It's not just the MPs talking to you and you're not going to respond. You'll have your time to ask questions, and that time is almost here. But before we get to that point, permit me, with the kind permission of the chair, the president of ECOFEPA, I've been told to announce that the Bank of Industry, a major sponsor of this event, would like to say one or two things to this event and have a group picture, an opportunity to snap a photo opportunity with the leadership of ECOFEPA before they take their leave. They are not part of the entire event. So with the kind permission of this meeting, I would like to call them to just have one or two things to say to us. Ms. Ifoma Akabogo from the Bank of Industry. Can we applaud her?
What a privilege it is to address this august assembly. Thank you, the ECOWAS Parliament, for giving us this privilege. The Bank of Industry is a development financial institution, one of the foremost development financial institutions in Nigeria that was established in 1959. Your bank has been doing very well. We recognize the importance of developing our women economically. Therefore, we set up a desk that attends to women, the gender desk, and we support everything that has to do with women entrepreneurship. So when we got the request from Senator Akpoti to come to the aid of this assembly by donating sponsorship, a way of sponsorship, the management had to rise to the occasion, and within a few days, able to put these items together to make this, thank you very much, to make this occasion very memorable. And we understand that's going to be raffle draws and the rest of it. We hope that these items will add color to it and that we have the best of sessions. I wish our women all over the world, especially in Africa and within the ECOWAS community, and in Nigeria in particular, the best of times that we can ever have being part of governance. The more women we have, the more development we will experience. From our experience in the Bank of Industry, women do very well when they are assisted financially. And I believe we will do well in governance and leadership. God bless you all. My name is Ogo Ifoma Akabog. Thank you very much.
With the chair of ECOFEPA. So at this point, another round of applause for her. At this point, I would ask the photographers in the house to have a group photograph with the leadership. Let her have opportunity for photograph session with the leadership. Here. We can do here. Oh, okay. All right. So at this point, Madam President wants to have a word of appreciation for the Bank of Industry.
Okay. The representative from the Bank of Industry, I just want to say thank you for this kind gesture. I think it's about just 2 days that we made this cause, and we had this positive response. We appreciate you. We want to say thank you, and we continue. We are asking other institutions, please, to follow suit, because this is what we are expecting. This is what we want to see in the sub-region. We say thank you on behalf of the women and ECOWAS and ECOFEPA in particular. We appreciate you, and we say thank you for your kind gesture.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know, even know. Oh, okay. Is it movable? I don't know. So we don't spoil your stuff. Thank you, Bank of Industry. Thank you. A round of applause for Bank of Industry of Nigeria. So quickly moving forward with the program, our time is far spent and we're a bit behind schedule. So at this point, I would like to call Honorable Isa Filomena Pereira Suarez da Costa, the third Vice President of ECOFEPA, to anchor this session of Q&A. And what we expect to happen at this point is that we expect questions based on what you heard in the past 30 minutes from the panelists. We expect hands-on questions, intelligent questions that would help you with this mentorship program. Yeah, so we would expect that you come up right now, start drafting your questions so that we can have you read them out in a very legible manner, people would understand, and then you would have the panelists answer. But this session will be anchored by Honorable Isa Filomena Pereira Suarez da Costa. She is from Cabo Verde. So we will take maybe like 2 minutes to get you to put your questions together. 2 minutes to put your questions together, and then indicate that you have questions by a raise of the hand. And then she would call on you to present your questions. While we wait for that, permit me to use this 2 minutes interlude to call on Miss Zoe. Zoe, for a bit of citation, she has something she wants to tell these participants. Miss Zoe.
Thank you. My name is Zoe Rema, and I'm a National Youth Corps member at the ECOWAS Commission, and I'm a woman. Thank you for the opportunity. Fruitfulness, multiplication, increase, perfection, all in one. She's nature's wonder, as her beauty is unending. A woman is everything. In she lies the seed of growth. As anything she nurtures grows, in her is found courage and strength, and like the river, her love and peace flows. A woman is everything. Excellence in flesh, her elegance is rich. She's purer than gold. Her personality is so bold that she takes up anything and wins. Indeed, a woman is everything. She's a girl, a daughter, a sister, a mother, a wife, a friend. She can be anything, anywhere, to anyone.
Translation, please. We have problem.
Let me put it on your ear and see if they're talking.
No, it's for yes. For English, for French and Portuguese, please. French and Portuguese.
Mama, put it on your head to hear what their response. They will tell me that's what.
What's the problem out there?
Can we continue? Can we continue? Oh, because it's poem, they cannot translate it.
Okay, then
It's poem.
translate if they are listening to her. They can translate if they are listening to her.
Yeah. Fasting. Why can't they translate it? Because it's poem.
But when somebody is talking, translate. It's just
It's just a few days. She's almost done.
it's just point.
Yes. Just like, with that,
Hello. No, I'm saying it off air, but don't worry, I'll take
Do you
it
have it
slow.
on your phone?
I'm saying it off
You
air.
know why? Because the interpreter is saying they don't have it on. No, it's not written on paper. So you have to be slow.
Slow, yeah, I'll take it slow. I'll take it.
can she talk slowly so we can?
Okay.
So you have to take, because we have
What is that? She's saying it from her head. So it's not written down. It's written down. Like, we can make up.
So you take it slow for the
Okay.
Slowly, yeah.
Hello. I'll go from the beginning. Fruitfulness, multiplication, increase, perfection, all in one. She's nature's wonder. As her beauty is unending, a woman is everything. In her lies the seed of growth. As everything she nurtures grows, in her is found courage and strength. And like the river, her love and peace flows. A woman is everything. Excellence in flesh. Her elegance is rich. She's purer than gold. Her personality so bold that she takes up anything and wins. Indeed, a woman is everything. She's a girl, a daughter, a sister, a mother, a wife, a friend. She can be anything, anywhere, anytime. Indeed, I say a woman is everything. Even in leadership, she shines bright. With wisdom, resilience, and determination in sight, breaking barriers, forging paths anew. Her strength and grace comes shining through. Her voice, powerful. Her beauty, unendless. Her visions, clear. Bringing freshness with insight. I tell you, yes, a woman is everything. She is fearless. In the corridors of power, she takes her stand. With wisdom and grace, she leads with a steady hand. She is audacious. In her leadership, we find hope and inspiration. Yes, indeed, the true testament of the female determination. Let's raise our voice together as one, supporting women till the battle is won. I say kudos to all women. Kudos to women of all race in every country, continent. Kudos to all women in every area of field for their value, their impact, their leadership, and their love. And I say, may their voices be heard and their influence grow. For in their hands, they hold the power to ignite a brighter future and a world filled with peace, love, and equality. Merci beaucoup. Obrigado. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Zoe Rima. That was wonderful spoken words art for us to ponder over, to think through the essence of a woman. So moving forward quickly, permit me at this point to call on Honorable Honorable Isa Filomena Pereira Suarez da Costa to lead this question and answer session. I hope our questions are ready. With a raise of the hand, indicate if you have your questions, and she would moderate by calling you to ask away. Thank you.
Obrigada, senhora apresentadora. Chamo-me Isa Filomena Pereira Soares da Costa, sou cabo-verdiana, entrei no Parlamento cabo-verdiano com 27 anos, estou no meu terceiro mandato, há 15 anos que eu estou no Parlamento a representar as mulheres jovens, principalmente no Parlamento cabo-verdiano. Tenho agora o prazer de moderar esse tema que é trazida pela nossa presidente, a nossa decana Verônica, que tem um percurso brilhante no Parlamento da Serra Leoa, uma senhora que entrou na política com bandeiras e que conseguiu desenvolver o seu país, dando voz e vez às jovens e mulheres, os homens também do Parlamento da Serra Leoa, que ela não canse e que ela continue a fazer o que ela que está a fazer e bem para melhorar a vida das pessoas do seu país e também dar um toque feminino que ela consegue dar bem ao nosso Parlamento da CDO. Também eu não podia deixar de ouvir a nossa mãe, a deputada da Guiné-Bissau, que com uma voz feminina que soa muito bem nos ouvidos dos homens e das mulheres, muito pedagógica, a falar muito bem e a transmitir-nos tranquilidade de como como fazer para, ao lado dos homens, construir também o nosso país. Assim está aberto a sessão da pergunta. Posso ter dificuldade em pronunciar os nomes, falo português, mas a pessoa que quer falar, fazer perguntas, é só levantar as mãos, que eu estou aqui para registrar e dar palavra. Mais uma vez, muito obrigada a todos os presentes que estão aqui. Muito obrigada. Levanta. A senhora ao fundo, de óculos, pode levantar-se, faz favor. O seu nome, se faz favor. The names. Maici. A senhora Maici. Pode dirigir aqui ao púlpito para fazer as suas perguntas.
You take the names first. Take her name. Take the names.
you, my president, the president of ECOFEPA, and the members for giving us the opportunity to be here today to learn from you people. My question, ma, how do you advise the women, especially we that come from a state where women are not allowed to participate in politics, where they take women as an intimidation to them not to participate in anything. A case study of Barrister Natasha Apoti Iduaha, the distinguished senator from Kogi State Central, where she received a personal attack, so many bullying on her person. How do you encourage other women, ma, in this aspect? Thank you, ma.
So permit me to just make one announcement. Every person, any person raising hands to ask questions should please pass her name to the clerk of the committee, Mrs. Blessing, the one that's standing, the beautiful woman standing on the aisle there. So indicate with a raise of hand, she will approach you and take your name, and then we'll take it from there. Thank you. And when you want to speak into the microphone, first press the yellow button, and don't forget to mention your full name and where you come from. Thank you.
Vamos começar de novo. A senhora Daily Detton tem a palavra, se faz favor. A senhora Daily Detton, se faz favor, para levantar-se e fazer as perguntas.
She has to repeat again.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Dr. Adeton Dali. I'm the president of Women Community in Africa. It's really an honor and a great pleasure to be here. When Madam, I think the first female lead of the ECOWAS Parliament, I think, was talking, she mentioned several ways women can begin to push for gender parity in politics. And it is interesting that we, Women Community in Africa, we work with women at the grassroots. And it's really a very tough job to get them on board. She said we needed to be on the same page with women everywhere when we push for gender parity in the parliament and other political positions. She mentioned resilience and persistence. But the major challenge that communities such as ours face is funding. I don't know if she has any tips in that area, that because a hungry woman is not a woman that will want to be on the same page with you without getting the needed resources for our family. We need more encouragement on how we can help women basically in the grassroots to be on the same page with us, how we can empower them. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you very much for that question, but please, going forward, let's be specific, let's be brief, let's be very short with our questions. And the last person that asked questions, kindly repeat your name for record purposes.
My name is Dr. Adeton Dali, the President of Women Community in Africa. Thank you.
Muito obrigada. Agora eu chamo a colega deputado Samuel. Samuel, não sei se eu estou a pronunciar muito bem. Samuel. Para usar da palavra, se faz favor. Samuel. Desculpa.
Good morning, Madam Chair. Good morning to all. I have a quick question. This is my second term as a legislator in Liberia. This is my second term going against a female candidate who went against me was very, very vicious. She did some things that was terrible, but I respected her because I come from a family of 9 children, and my father died when I was 2 months old. My mother had to raise me, so I respect women very well. My question is, what are you doing? What are you doing to advise the young women that if you have interests in politics in the future, be careful what you put on Facebook. Be careful the pictures you put on Facebook. Be careful the life you put on Facebook, because those things will come and haunt you tomorrow. Because people place, this lady worked before as a queen, and there was a lot of nude pictures about her in the media. And those pictures were used against her. And I think it was terrible. There was a lot of things in there. So I just want to know, what are you doing to talk to them? Be careful what you put in the media, because those things will come and haunt you tomorrow. Thank you.
Muito obrigada, colega deputado. É para ver, temos que ter cuidado com as nossas publicações de imagem. Agora passo a palavra ao senhor deputado Keita. Honorável Keita.
Merci, merci honorable. Je suis honorable Ablaye Keita, représentant le Parlement de la République de Guinée. Donc je remercie les femmes parlementaires de la CEDEAO pour non seulement cette initiative d'organiser cet échange, mais aussi la qualité de leur communication. Alors, au cours des différentes communications, nous avons entendu la parité entre l'homme et la femme et dans les postes nominatifs et électifs, aussi au niveau des instances de décision. Je voudrais demander les stratégies ou la stratégie que vous envisagez pour promouvoir cette parité dans nos écoles et au niveau des familles. Parce que ce sont les jeunes filles qui vont devenir les futures femmes et les futurs cadres. Mais on remarque le plus souvent, au niveau des familles, c'est les jeunes garçons qu'on met à l'école et les jeunes filles, on les amène au marché pour vendre les marchandises. Surtout dans les familles modestes. Donc, Aussi, on a remarqué au niveau des écoles, les branches techniques, les femmes se font de plus en plus rares dans les branches techniques. On les retrouve souvent en sociologie, droit, mais dans les branches techniques, les femmes se font de plus en plus rares. Alors, quelles sont les stratégies que vous comptez mettre en place pour promouvoir cette parité au niveau des écoles et dans nos différentes familles? Je vous remercie.
Muito obrigada, senhor deputado. Agora tenho a palavra a doutora Maimuna Abdullahi.
Maimuna Abdullahi Habib, Women Community in Africa.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Maimuna Abdullahi Habib. I'm a member of the community, Women Community in Africa. My question is, during the presentation, the ECOWAS Parliament, the Gender Center, said they intend to support females who intend to contest elections. How do you intend to support women financially? Because finance is the main problem of women who want to contest elections. Thank you.
Muito obrigada. Agora passo, depois de 5 questionamentos, passo a palavra aos conferencistas para responder as cinco que estão. Depois passamos a palavra outra vez para a plateia fazer as perguntas. Muito obrigada. Não sei se a senhora Verônica quer começar, doutora Honorável Verônica. Verônica.
Thank you very much. I will try to answer these 5 questions. Somebody asked, how do we encourage the women to participate after seeing other women be bullied? It is not easy. You know, if you want to go into politics, I really want to quote my president. At one time, we went there and he told us, I quote him, if you want it, go for it. Whatever situation, just be thick-skinned. They will say all sorts of words about you or against you, to provoke you, to dampen your spirit, to say you are this, you are that. But that's what I mentioned in my presentation. If I know I am not this person, I'm not that type of person, I don't have that character, maybe it's a sort of provoking, just move on. Be thick-skinned. That is the bottom line. Be thick-skinned. Let them say what they say. Close your ears and just move on. As a woman, if you say anything that they talk, you turn there and look and listen, then you are not ready. A politician should always be ready, like a soldier is always ready for the battle. It's not a fight. But sometimes you see, like what my colleague there said, the woman was so aggressive. You cannot be aggressive. You cannot be aggressive to achieve something. That will haunt you. Be lukewarm. Be smiling at all times. You will have your problems in your heart. Just don't bring it before the public. If you have anything in your heart and you say, I'm going to pursue you, this person has said this, I'm going to answer him, don't answer. Just don't answer. Like sometimes you will be faced with some bullying. If you have a mentor, if you have an elderly person, go there and ask for advice. The person will be there to give you advice. And also be respectful. Be respectful, especially for the young ones. If you want to go to politics, you don't have to say, because I have this person, I have this, this person is favoring me, or this person is my friend, or my this, my that. They have to be disrespectful. You are going to lose woefully. Just be respectful. And also, you have to be lukewarm. Sometimes somebody will provoke you. They will come, maybe during your meetings, somebody will come to obstruct. Always learn to say, please, thank you. Whatever he says, please, thank you. It can help you go a long way. And you have to be steadfast. If you are in this party, like you are in, what are the parties here? APC or PDP. Don't say because these people, the APC, they are not doing this, they are not doing that. No, you have to be steadfast. Be where you are. Your day will come tomorrow. Your better days will be at the other day. So you have to make sure you be steadfast and consistent. That is what you have to do. And don't fight back. They'll provoke you. Somebody will come and say, hey, you have done this. I'm going to do this. Okay, let me go there. Don't worry. No, you don't have to fight back. Just listen attentively. And don't make promises, bogus promises. Like if you want to go into politics now, I have called a podium here, I want to talk. Hey, they will ask you a question. If you be a politician, if you win, if we vote for you, what can you do? I will try. Don't make bogus promises. If you make bogus promises, it will haunt you because you don't have that type of money to build on the sky. Don't give promises. And also, always take that. For instance, if you want to go for something, have 3 things in mind. This is my time. This is not my time has passed. My time, this is not my time, and my time has passed. If you go with that, you grow with that. If you want to go into politics, if you see there's too much tension or what, it's not your time. Then finally, you have to be near God. You have to be prayerful. Just go and pray. Go on your knees and pray. God will listen to you. And I'm telling you, God listens to women more than men. That's fact. And God loves women more than the men. I can explain. God is not partial, but he likes us. Just put a 10-year-old, let's say 15-year-old boy here, and 15-year-old girl here. You look at them. The way God takes his time to present, to make that soil, the way that he will mold you, he takes his time, he took his time to present you. And even the voice, from the voice, the looks, and everything. The boy, God just take about 6 days, and you are finished. He said, go. But God will take his time to mold your neck, your hair, your long hair, and everything. So we have to make use of that. So pray. You have to be prayerful. God will listen to you. And somebody asked about funding. We cannot ask, we cannot answer as ECOWAS. There is no, I can say, budget for funding for people who want to be parliamentarians or who want to go into politics. The only thing that we'll do, we will send you to, we will direct you, or we'll inform these CSOs, the organizations, our donor partners. And even the donor partners, they don't give money. They will not. They will give you materials. You see, we asked our donor partners. They didn't give us money. They went and bought the things that you want. Maybe they will give you T-shirts. They will make flyers for you. But you have to stand firm. If you are a business person, I was selling cakes, pancake, puff cake. I started with my money for 40,000 euros. That is less than $10. I went there. And women, you should play with that until you do something. I will be making my business. I will take that to go and buy. You go to the other areas. You do something that can make you earn money for yourself. You don't have to be flamboyant. Do what you think you can be able to do. Don't say, I'm going to do this. Don't say, I'm doing this to please this individual. It's about the funding. Parliament, ECOWAS don't have the money to fund, like the person who asks about funding, how we help the grassroots. The only thing that we do, we'll try to teach you, to sensitize you how you raise funding. And the strategies to put families. I think my sister will be there to come into this, the strategies to put into families and schools for the parity. Thank you very much.
Merci beaucoup. Merci, Madame la Présidente de ECOFEPA, pour les brillantes réponses. Alors, je ne vais pas revenir sur ce qu'elle vient de dire. Je vais juste apporter un complément. Il y a Madame Daïsi. Quel conseil donner aux jeunes filles pour arriver à émerger? Vous savez, d'abord, c'est un courage de poser cette question-là. Les jeunes, c'est des alliés naturels des femmes. Les femmes, nous femmes, ne pouvons rien faire sans l'accompagnement des jeunes. On est ensemble. Ce qu'on peut vous demander, c'est d'être plus persévérant. Il y a un honorable qui a parlé, dit ici, qu'il y avait 2 candidatures et lui il est passé parce que l'autre faisait poster des trucs sur les réseaux sociaux. On doit faire attention à tout ce que nous faisons et savoir que ce que tu fais aujourd'hui comme axe, ça te rattrape demain. Alors, c'est le conseil là que je voulais donner aux filles. Et ensuite, au niveau des partis politiques, les jeunes doivent beaucoup militer dans les partis politiques. Parce qu'on ne peut pas parler de postes électifs si on n'est pas dans un parti politique. Il faut aller vers un parti, appartenir à un parti, c'est-à-dire montrer ses preuves avant d'être quelque part au niveau du Parlement, en tout cas au niveau des postes électifs. Je dis, il y a honorable Samuel, que faites-vous? C'est la même chose. Il y a honorable Keita qui a parlé de stratégies à utiliser dans les familles pour équilibrer un peu les garçons et les filles. Vous savez, avec les coutumes, les pesanteurs, on va aller doucement. C'est à travers des sensibilisations au niveau des familles, à travers des spots, que les gens vont être amenés à comprendre quelle est l'importance de promouvoir la femme. Vous savez que même à l'école, bien qu'ils ont expliqué ici, à l'école, quand vous mettez un garçon et une fille à l'école, bien que la fille, elle a beaucoup de choses à régler à la maison avant de partir, mais quand il y a une évaluation, le plus souvent, la fille se classe très bien. Ça veut dire que si au niveau de nos foyers, au niveau des ménages, moi, l'appel que je lance là, c'est surtout aux pères de famille. Les pères de famille doivent tenir les enfants sur le même pied d'égalité. Mais c'est eux qui vont dire non, toi là tu vas accompagner ta maman à faire les travaux domestiques et toi tu vas aller à l'école. C'est tout ça qu'on doit régler au niveau de nos familles. On me dit que mon temps de parole est fini. Alors merci beaucoup.
So thank you, honorable members, particularly the panelists in this segment. I would like to, with the kind permission of Madam President, to make a slight adjustment to our program. So instead of going to the particular aspect that says building resilience and mental toughness, to be taken by Senator Olujimi, I would take that later on, and then take the part that is talking about success stories. I would like to, the participants to be riled up, to be gingered, to be motivated, so that while they listen to the success stories, so at the instance of the leadership of ECOFEPA, I would like to call on Senator Fanny Chantal Musukura, the first Vice President of ECOFEPA, Senator Barrister Natasha Hadiza Aboti Udwangan, ECOFEPA member Honorable Ta Z Womwe, ECOWAS member of Parliament, and last but not the least, Honorable Blessing Onyeche Ono, Deputy Secretary General ECOFEPA, to come up to the rostrum, and we would do this in quick succession so that in the next 30 minutes we would oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I would withdraw the part that says Honorable Blessing Ono. That's for vote of thanks. So the three honorable members, Senator Fanny, Senator Natasha, and Honorable Ta Wombe, should please be led upstairs here to the high table. Yes. So they are talking about success stories and role models of members of Parliament who defied all odds to win their seats in their various parliaments. So pay rapt attention and learn one or two lessons from them. Thank you. For our members. Careful. I would like to ask the first Vice President of ECOFEPA to lead this particular segment.
Bonjour tout le monde. On m'a demandé de parler sur le thème succès des femmes parlementaires ou des femmes élues. Alors, en fait, je parle exemple de réussite et modèle de députés qui ont déjoué tous les pronostics pour gagner leur siège au Parlement. Je n'ai pas préparé et je voudrais parler avec mon cœur parce que je ne voulais pas parler, mais il est bon quand même peut-être que vous puissiez avoir mon exemple. C'est vrai que c'est quelque chose, c'est comme un rêve, parce que j'ai jamais voulu faire de la politique. Jamais voulu faire de la politique, parce que c'est pas facile. Il faut avoir de la résilience, de la patience et beaucoup d'amour pour l'autre. Alors que je crois que je suis juste comme tout le monde. Et quand on m'a demandé de faire de la politique, c'est pas que j'ai voulu le faire, on m'a demandé ma population, puisque je suis issu d'une famille de politiciens Et mon père étant décédé pendant qu'il était au pouvoir, on m'a demandé de continuer. Et c'était un grand problème parce que, ce que vous devez savoir, mon père est du Nord et moi je n'ai jamais été souvent là-bas, donc je n'avais aucun contact réel avec. Et donc un membre de ma famille paternelle qui porte le même nom que moi, une femme comme moi, s'est présentée et qui était ma tante. Donc, elle est née dans la région, elle a grandi, elle parle la langue, tout ce que moi je n'ai pas. Elle est musulmane, alors que moi j'ai choisi d'être catholique. Donc j'avais tout pour perdre. Et je suis partie en me disant, de toute façon, je ne veux pas être élue. Si je suis battue, on ne me dira pas que j'ai pas essayé. Et je suis allée contre toute attente. Les gens ont vu peut-être ma jeunesse, mes idées révolutionnaires, et j'ai été élue à 75% contre ma tante qui avait toujours été là. Ça n'a pas été facile. Ça n'a pas été facile parce que tout était à refaire là-bas. À une deuxième élection, et ça c'était en tant que maire, deuxième élection, j'ai été réélue encore. Donc vous voyez, quelqu'un qui dit qu'il ne veut pas faire de la politique, qui va une deuxième fois qui est élu, c'est que peut-être je le voulais sans le savoir. Et après, on a eu, comme on dirait, la première élection de sénateur, parce que dans mon pays, on n'avait jamais eu de sénateur. Et donc, les premiers élus sénateurs, comme je le dis, moi aussi, ça ne m'intéressait pas. Donc il y avait une réunion où il y avait tous les hommes. Parce que ce que je dois vous dire, je suis la seule femme élue de toute une région. Il n'y a jamais eu une femme élue avant moi. Et jusqu'à présent, je suis la seule femme élue. Alors donc il y a eu une réunion. Il y a eu une réunion où tous les hommes, tous les élus étaient là. Alors on nous a appelés, moi je savais qu'ils étaient en train de parler, qu'ils disaient que je veux tel poste. Moi je suis allée m'asseoir et j'écoutais, parce que franchement j'étais là pour être là. Et comme ils ne s'entendaient pas, il y a un qui a dit de toute façon il faut deux élus qui partent ensemble. Et comme on parle de parité, comme on parle de femmes, moi je propose qu'on prenne la grande sœur, puisque bon, je suis un peu vieille quand même, hein? Qu'on prenne la grande sœur comme notre candidate et qu'on cherche après qui va être l'homme qui va l'accompagner. C'est comme ça que j'ai été, je suis allée aux élections. Pour pouvoir trouver le monsieur qui devait m'accompagner, c'était toute une histoire. Ils ont pris 1 mois, ils ont fait 4 élections entre eux, et des fois on me demandait qui tu choisis. Je dis, prenez celui que vous voulez et on s'en va. C'est comme ça qu'on est parti aux élections, on était les seuls et on a gagné. Dieu merci. Et donc l'année dernière, on est reparti, le binôme est reparti, mais ce n'était pas facile. Il y avait 5 candidats contre nous. 5. Ah, ça c'était vraiment difficile. Mais Dieu merci, nous avons encore gagné. Pour dire que c'est vraiment pas facile. Et en général, surtout chez nous, hein, dans mon pays, au nord, puisque le nord est majoritairement musulman. Donc moi, personnellement, je suis née musulmane. Mon père a souhaité que je le sois. Ben, je choisis d'être chrétienne, catholique. Donc c'était pas facile. Même quand on allait dans la région, d'ailleurs, une femme, c'est toujours à côté. Mais tout le monde disait, mais tout le monde, on n'est pas d'accord pour quelqu'un qui n'est pas musulman. Pourquoi vous acceptez Chantal? Ils disent, non, Chantal va revenir à la religion. Bon, s'ils pensent, il n'y a pas de problème. Mais il y avait beaucoup d'affection à mon égard parce que je ne faisais rien comme les autres. Et du coup, tout le monde disait que je n'allais jamais réussir. Et puis bon, ben, pour le moment, il y a Dieu avec moi et puis j'essaie de faire au mieux. Mais surtout, je me bats pour les femmes, pour les filles. Parce que je souhaitais que les filles et les jeunes garçons... Parce que quand on dit la parité, mais il faut apprendre aux jeunes, aux garçons, quand ils sont petits, il faut leur apprendre à interférer, enfin, c'est-à-dire à agir avec les femmes. Parce qu'un homme, il a beau être grand, il n'est rien sans une femme. Donc il faut apprendre aux jeunes comment ils doivent vivre avec les femmes et s'entendre avec les femmes pour évoluer. Donc c'est un peu mon anecdote, un peu, parce qu'en Côte d'Ivoire, tout le monde sait mon histoire, parce que être au nord, je suis la seule femme élue. Les autres qui ont été nommés, moi je suis la seule femme, on me combat toujours, mais Dieu combat pour moi. Et je pense que je vous demande de prier toujours aussi pour moi, pour que ça continue. Merci.
Good afternoon, Madam President and your executives. And good afternoon, guests, members of the press. And my journey, I'll try to summarize my journey. And I'll start by saying that getting into politics was a very intentional move. I wanted a platform where I could bring the very best of democratic advantage to my people. And it's a journey I started in the year 2018. I contested for the seat of Senate, for the Senate seat under a different party. I literally won, but I was rigged at the collation. That same year, I contested for the governorship seat of my state, Kogi. I came third, amidst a lot of intimidation. But by God's grace, last year, I contested again. I then moved to a bigger political platform, the PDP, and I ran again for the Senate seat, which I occupy now. But I was sworn in November. I lost 6 months because, again, I was rigged on the gunpoint. I was rigged, and I had to reclaim my mandates at the court. So I was sworn in after 6 months in November. So I'm pretty much not a year yet. But here's what I'll say. Intention. I had a very clear intention, and I understood that politics in Nigeria is expensive. I interfaced with a few of my colleagues here, the MPs, especially from Liberia last night, and I told her I would like to understudy the independent candidature of Liberia, because I believe that if Nigeria begins to run the independent elections, whereby candidates don't have to be members of political parties, it will lessen the financial burden of anybody vying for elected position. So I will start by saying, in Nigeria, politics is expensive. So for me being a woman, most of us here are women, if you want to go into politics in Nigeria, be ready financially. And that's actually a disadvantage, because most men are more financially buoyant than women in Nigeria. My primaries cost me over ₦1 billion. I will just spare you the imagination of what my campaigns, and then my election proper, and then my courts. But I did all that. I saw that as a sacrifice because of the love I have for my people and my earnest desire to serve my country, my community, both back home and my community as women. The second thing is politics is extremely dangerous in Nigeria. Madam President, when I heard you respond to the First Lady who posed the question as to what should a woman do in the face of gross intimidation, and you responded based on your own purview from your country. In Nigeria, you can't be gentle as a woman. You can't be gentle as a woman. But I honestly wish the politics in Nigeria won't be so tough. Because when a woman who is born to nurture becomes too tough, it's not good. I am so tough now that I rarely cry, except maybe a story touches my heart. But I caution myself, Natasha, have you gone so tough? Have you witnessed so much blood and dead bodies? Have you witnessed so much gunshots and bombings that you have lost touch with humanity? That is what violence teaches you. So I have to constantly tell myself,
do not let your experiences change you. Because I don't want to be a monster like those who attacked me. So politics in Nigeria is very dangerous. Many of you saw my story. If you Google, you see. I survived 2 accidents. The first accident in 2018, the car somersaulted. It was a brand new armored car. I survived because the car was bulletproof. It somersaulted twice. Last year after the elections, I suffered another accident. I still have a scar here on my face. I had a fracture. I was on crutches for 2 months. I ran an election while I was pregnant. My son just turned 2 weeks ago. My experiences, if I run through, is an all phase of everything a woman should not go through, but goes through just because she wants to serve her people. So it's very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Another thing is, politics in Nigeria strips a woman almost of all her dignity. You will be shamed, gender shamed. Oh, you are not married. Or if you're married, who are you married to? Why don't you contest an election in your husband's place and not your place? You will see all sorts of demeaning insults on the net. From calling you a prostitute, yes, that's okay. But then they go, culturally you are not allowed. And that is why I was really upset when the past president made a statement in Paris. He said, women are what? For the other room. How was it again, if you can remind me? Women's duties are tied to the kitchen and the other room. That was very demeaning. And those insults were used on me by the opposition in my constituency. It was almost like our president has said it. Therefore, let us replicate it. Men, please be very cautious of what you say. Because people listen to you, especially leaders. You might think your words hold no weight. They do. And every word we say shapes a narrative that we all bear. Every man here is born of a woman. Every man, like I say, most men here have wives. And most men that have children have daughters. You have sisters. We are part of your lives. You cannot exist within us. And in a country like Nigeria, where half a population is women, you can't disenfranchise us by your words, by your actions. We support you for your elections. Most of the voters in polling units are women. We stand under rain. So it's not too much if we ask for you to be kind, to be compassionate, to support us. If you can't give us the money, make it an easier path with your words. Encourage us, praise us. We want your love. Then the religious part as well. I had people ask me, are you a Christian? Are you a Muslim? I told my husband, I said, the next time I'm going to vie for election, if I want to, I will fill in traditionalists. And we simply, because the Nigerian Constitution recognizes the traditional religion as a religion. And that's actually our own true religion. We should stop tearing ourselves. We should stop putting into place this religion divide. You have to choose. If you're a Christian, then Christians vote for you. If you're a Muslim, then Muslims vote for you. Is that what God preached? Whose interest are we promoting? China. I keep making reference to China. China is an atheist society. And many other countries. If you look, I saw a report yesterday on the news that most churches in the UK are being converted to clubs and bars. The same people that brought religion to us are already doing away with it. I think religion is a personal journey. Build your own spiritual path with God. And don't let it define your own societal and economic progress. When elections come, women, set your agenda, your manifesto clear. I single-handedly wrote my entire words in my manifesto. I wrote everything. So you too, when you want to go into elections, take your time, understudy your community, define your path clear. Don't overpromise like Madam President said, because they will come for you. In this digital age, they will remind you the sentence in the paragraph in the page that you made and hold you accountable. And that could work against you in your re-election. So while I was very intentional in putting down my intentions, I campaigned word to word. It was tiring. At the time, I did not see my period for 3 months because of the stress. I couldn't say it out. But I'm saying this now for the men to know that when, by God's grace, Senator Ireti, who is the chair of our women committees, we are working together to present the bill for gender equity, for 35% of women inclusion. Even if we ask for reserve seats, it is not too much. Like they said, there's a popular saying that if you judge everybody by its ability to climb a tree, then the fish will think it's stupid. Leadership is not by might. It's by intellect. And we are smart. But you can't subject me to the same rigors that a man would, because it will have an impact on our health. Like I said, for this is the first time I'm saying it. When I contested in 2018, my period ceased. I didn't even know I had not seen my period for 3 months. And it affected me greatly. It affected my health. So many women sitting here, if they are to tell you their private stories, it will be similar to mine. We suffer just because we want to serve. Then cultural differences. Cultural differences is another challenge we face here. But in mine, I'll also add race. My mom is from Ukraine. She's not a Nigerian. But I grew up here. I'm Nigerian. I was born in Ilorin, Kwara State. And then we didn't have Kogi, so it was all Kwara. So I didn't know until we started going for holidays. Even when we started going, I longed for Nigeria. This is my home. My husband is Nigerian, my children are Nigerian. But when I joined politics, please go back to your mother's country. You are not Nigerian enough. The same people that celebrated Obama, when Obama emerged the president of America, suddenly were castigating me. I'm not Nigerian enough. They wanted, even if they're going to accept a woman, it should be a woman whose skin is like as dark. I'm like, is that how low we look at ourselves? Look at countries like Canada. Canada has female, is it a female judge or female ministers, Nigerian, blacks. Even in Australia, one of their senators is a Kenyan. The world is changing, it's becoming global. People want to identify with strength, with competence that will derive advantage to them. Why are we looking at race at this time? So I suffered greatly. But you know one thing that stood for me? The people connected with me. My people loved me. And they supported me greatly, especially women. The women would say, women generated lots of slogans. They would say, I don't do parties. I don't belong to any party, but Natasha is my party. It became Natasha is my party. And that was my strength. When I was in SDP, it was like a wave. Everybody voted. When I moved to PDP, the same thing. And I say, if I'm to move, I don't hope to move. But if I'm to move to a party, is there a party called Zenith Party? If I'm to move to a Zenith Party, my people will move with me. Why? Because right from the moment I expressed my intentions, I was able to build a connection with them, an honest connection with them. I was able to share our vision, share our goals, incorporate their thoughts into what I'm doing, and that is how I have performed till today in executing my functions as a senator. And that is what any of you that are interested in politics, it's very important to be able to translate your ideas into the people so that the people become you. That way, wherever you go, they fight for you, they pray with you, they cry with you, they love you. And that was my strength. So when all the attacks came, my people stood with me. The peak of it was last year when the governor of my state, who was in the opposition, took it upon himself to cut 5 roads around my community. The video I made was just one of the roads. It was actually gullies that could take in 2 cars in. What did I do when I heard of that? People were saying, Natasha, don't go, it's too dangerous. And the governor was doing it in the support of the security agencies. So I saw men with police uniform, with others standing, protecting the Chinese company CCECC. It was CCECC trucks. When I called one of the directors of CCECC, I said, do you see what your truck is doing? Your truck is destroying roads. A day to election, you know what the man said? Well, they were acting upon the instructions of the governor. So the governor of a state engaged a Chinese company's car to destroy Nigerian roads. Can that happen in China? We are still coming for China on that, with due respect. So, what happened was, when I moved there in that video, in my house we had some construction vehicles. So when I moved in, the people ran with me with our hands. You can see there in the video, with our hands, with the vehicle, we covered the roads. We worked all night to cover the 5 roads, at least barely enough so the materials can move and people can move. Because sometimes you see people will register, will have their poll units like 10 minutes or 30 minutes walk away. So we had to fill in the roads overnight. We've covered the last road by 6 a.m. so that elections could take place. I can talk non-stop, but I hope my story has motivated you. That no matter what you face, whatever it is that you face, once you have a clear intention to serve, then it's all going to be worth it at the end. But when you get to that good end, never forget the people. And that is my mantra. I love you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So much. Thank you.
Let me just call you to take the floor.
Je voudrais vraiment remercier les sénateurs, la sénatrice Natacha. Je voudrais la remercier et dire comment, quand elle a commencé à parler, toutes les femmes parlementaires, toutes les femmes en politique ont revécu ce qu'elles ont vécu. Par pudeur, il y a des choses que nous ne souhaitions pas dire, mais elle a mis le pied dans le plat. Il y a une chose que je veux relever. Quand elle a dit que chez elle, on lui a dit « va chez ta maman ». Va chez ta maman. Mais chez moi, en Côte d'Ivoire, ma maman, elle est du Nigeria. Elle est noire comme moi. Elle est noire comme mon père. Mais tous les jours, même jusqu'à aujourd'hui, on dit la fille de la Nigériane. On me dit d'aller au Nigeria. Pourtant, on est tous noirs. Ma mère est en Côte d'Ivoire, ça va faire 60 ans. Mais, comme elle l'a dit, en politique, il faut beaucoup supporter. Et il y a des choses qu'on ne peut pas dire. Parce qu'il faut vous donner aussi envie de venir. Parce que si vous ne venez pas, comment on va pouvoir continuer? Je voudrais passer le floor à l'honorable Ta pour pouvoir lui aussi parler de son expérience et partager ça avec vous. Merci.
Thank you, Madam President, honorable colleagues. I don't know how to follow that. You know, I'm trying to understand why I'm here among these women.
Sure. Let me call the senator to join you here. So right. When you finish,
Sure. Yes.
Dear participants, please permit me at this juncture, by way of time management, I would like to call distinguished Senator Biodu Christine Olujimi to join them on this on the platform so that we can manage this time. Once the Honorable, the he for she finishes with his presentation in 5 minutes, she would take the floor so that we can now ask the questions all together. Thank you.
Thank you again, Madam President, honorable colleagues. Thank you so much. I don't know how to follow that, but a few days ago, people reached out to me and asked me to serve here, and I realized that people saw that I was a he for she, right? So we're here. I'm so honored to be here. My name is Tar Wongbe from Liberia, and let me share a few things with you about my experience and why I believe I'm here. I'm an independent lawmaker from Liberia, by the way. I was 10 when the war started in Liberia. And the county that I'm from, where I'm from, is where the war started from, where Charles Taylor used to bring the war in Liberia. And they were hunting my tribe. So my father couldn't leave, so my mother had to take care of us. I grew up in a household with 6 women. 6. And let me tell you this. My mother didn't spare the rod. Oh no, she didn't. My sister didn't spare me. I'm second to the youngest. They beat me every time I did something wrong. I'm here today. I'm thankful to them because of them. I learned to cook. I learned to clean. I learned to support women. I wouldn't be here today without them, but let me share a perspective that's a little bit different. So I will speak from a man's perspective. Let me speak from a man's perspective. And women, please listen to this, and men, you have to listen to this as well. It is very important because I'm speaking mostly to the men. First thing first, I spoke earlier this year at a women's event, at MTN's women's event in Liberia, and the first thing I want to share is give women money. Give women money. Women, can I hear you? Give women what? Money. Give women what? Money. Without money, women cannot run. Women need what? Money. Women need l'argent, de l'argent, the kapagi, the mokofi, the money. Listen, women have, within politics, women have the challenge of money, the challenge of security, the challenge of just being a woman. And the first thing any woman will tell you, if I had the money and the support, I will win that election. So this is the first thing I want to share. 2, we must enact laws that will protect women and be in women's interests. We must. We have campaign finance laws. Why can't we sort of put laws in place that will excuse women from those campaign finance laws? We need to ensure those laws are in the interest of women. Let me give you an example. When I was running last year, I ran before in 2020. I lost the election. 2023, I ran again, and I must say, the women that supported me, I want to say thank you to them. It was women, those women, especially those women from Ziongen, a town in my constituency. And in fact, I have the first and only paramount chief woman in my district. They tried to remove her, and I fought to get her back. They tried to remove her recently, and I fought to get her back. We must enact laws that will protect women. Women can go to hospitals and die, by the way, because they don't have money. Why hospitals turn the pregnant women away in this day and age? We must enact laws. 3, men, we need to listen to women. Listen to women. Let me tell you something. The men, they say we are the head, but the women are the what? The neck can turn the hair wherever it wants to. Remember that. Remember that. And there is a reason. There is a reason God put us to sleep to make women. I think he said something to them, or she said something to them. And women are stronger, way more stronger than men. I'm a testament to that because of the women that raised me. So we must listen to women. Lastly, women are not homogeneous. They are not the same. The women in the rural areas are not the same as the women in the urban areas. They have different challenges. They have different challenges. The women in Kano, they are not the same as the women in Abuja, or in Kaduna, or in Lagos. So we must understand how to disaggregate data when it comes to women. We can't just say women. No. Who are those women? Where are they from? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for inviting me. But the most important thing I want to say, exercise humanity when dealing with our mothers, when dealing with our sisters, when dealing with our family. Exercise humanity. At the bottom of it all, we are humans. It doesn't matter where you're from. If you're from Nigeria, if you're from Liberia, if you're from Sierra Leone, we are all human. Exercise humanity. Give women. Give women. Give women. Thank you so much.
Yes, I know. Thank you very much, Honorable. The he for she, another round of applause for him. So at this point, let's give our ears to distinguished Senator Biodun Christine Olujimi. She has a few things to tell us. Okay.
Thank you very much. I want to stand on existing protocols, but please let me quickly commend ECOFEPA, and especially the last the last president of ECOFEPA, Madame Moraye Sarr, the current president, Honorable Veronica Sase, and of course my sister, the current first vice president. We started a scheme whereby we thought, for once, ECOWAS must break the jinx of not having women. And we worked together. And we said we were going to produce the first speaker of the parliament. And we did. Can you give them a round of applause? Today we are very, very proud women. Proud that ECOWAS is blazing the trail. And I believe that going forward, we'll be able to do a lot more things than we can imagine. I am supposed to speak about building mental strength as a politician, but I think everything has been said. Senator Natasha really broke the ceiling. She didn't shatter it, she broke it. So there is not much to be said, but I will just be able to come in between and do a balancing act. For me, you know, women are very strong. We're very strong in many things. Whatever we set our hearts to do, we do well. But unfortunately, in politics, we've not been able to do well. Very few of us have been able to blaze the trail. I always use myself as an example. I've almost been everything you can be in my state. I have been deputy governor, I've been to the House of Reps, I've been a senator, I've been in NCC, I've been a director. So, but very few of us have been able to attain that. The reason is very simple. We have not really worked together because Nigeria is a huge country where it is difficult to reach out to each other. And so having fora like this is the only way where we can touch each other and be able to impart. For me, we're always discouraged. And the reason is very simple. We are very feminine, and we don't like to be too pushful. Senator Natasha told you about being very strong. You must be very strong, But women, you must pick your battles. It's very, very crucial to pick your battles. If you want to fight, look at your environment. Look at your current situation and act accordingly. Don't show strength where you don't need to. Because there are places where you need to cry. When men are settled there, you need to come there and cry and say, somebody has and then someone will say, I beg, what is she looking for? Give her and let her go. You must be able to pick your battles. Don't just run into it roughshod. Everyone has their own situation and their timing. And so you must be very careful. For mental situations, as women, we run a great risk. There is no name they've not called most of us. Senator Kingibe will tell you. There's no name they've not called us. But we rise above it all. If you don't have the mental strength, this is monkey business. Please don't come in. Politics is not any man's business. Like the president said, it's not served a la carte. You just must come in determined, ready to fight, and ready to also pick your fights. You don't need to fight the men. They are the easiest to handle if you have the right tactics. Well, like we said, you must be educated. It's important. You must be resilient. And in your resilience, you must be honest. Because it is the lack of honesty that takes people out of politics. You will think you can get away with it, but somewhere down the line, it will come and haunt you. You must work 3 times harder than any man for you to make it. Forget all the rhetorics we say. 3 times harder than any man for you to be able to get where you want to. You must know the lobby tactics. And while doing it, you must live above board. Your decorum should be next to the best, because it is what will shape your future. There was a gentleman that got up and said, we put things on the internet. This is the time to learn that those things cannot take you anywhere. You must be decorous. You must carry yourself so that when you need your person down the line, you are able to come through, and people will also come through for you. You need to latch onto a good mentor. There are very many mentors, and I've always said it that women love to latch onto men more than latching onto women. The reason is very simple. The men are wealthier. The men have connection. And so it is difficult for you as a woman to get mentees. If you get them today, it is because they have not seen the men. The minute they see the men, they've left you. They have moved on. But when you are going to pick a man as a mentor, you must know that the man means well. Because if he doesn't mean well, you will regret it in the future. You must move at a steady pace. Most of the women want to become senators. They do, what is Senator Elijimi doing that I cannot do? What is Honorable this person doing that I cannot do? You have to take it one at a time. Because the time we came in, there was nobody, there were not women in the political space. So we had the opportunity. We were just climbing just like that. But that time is over. Discerning women, like all of you in here, are now in the political race. So it is not easy to climb. Don't want to be senator when you should be councillor. When you should be councillor, be councillor. Because you cannot go to the House of Assembly. And from there, you can go to the House of Reps. You have all the time ahead of you. I will tell you a small story. When I was deputy governor, before I became deputy governor, and I was in the House of Reps, we assisted a few young men, and they became councillors. And I won them, build houses and buy cars. They did. But unfortunately, they could only get 1 term. After that 1 term, they were nearly eating sand. because all the money had vanished. They had married more than one, you know, when you give men money, they marry wives. They had married wives. They had done things they should not have done. So, a few years down the line, there was nothing to do. And they felt they were too big to now get jobs. They were waiting for political appointments, which never came. And so eventually, what did I do? I had to look for jobs for them to go and start working. Today, tell them they should come into politics and they'll tell you never. They will tell you when they retire, they will come in. So, when you need to be counselor, please be counselor. Because you will have several steps ahead of you. But if you come from the deep end and you can't make it again, it's a serious thing. Whatever job you are given as a woman, please take it to heights unimagined. That is the only way you can make it boom and you can have better strength. When they give you a little one, do it in such a way that the biggest person will wonder how you managed it. And that is how you can do well. There's no hard and fast rule about these things. You must take everything in your stride and as they come. Because the situation in your state is not the same as my state. My state is a bit calm. But in Kogi, for instance, that is a very turbulent state. So if you are in Kogi, you must know how to manage yourself. You must learn public speaking. Most of our women don't learn public speaking. They can't speak to people outside their small communities. You must learn public speaking. You must learn to teach yourself how to react to people outside, how to be courteous, how to be nice, how to speak about your thoughts and express them. You need to be principled. Whatever you will not take, you should not take. Because if you take it now, you will have to account for it down the line. You must know, like me, that you can't win all the time. You can win sometime. And when you win, don't take it as if it's the end of the world. Take it as if it's a learning curve and you are going to learn and get better. But if you win and you think it's the end, you will come and join us. You must be amiable, you must be accessible without condescending. And you must do well in anything you are assigned. That is the only way you can have mental strength in this our business. In this business, the men don't give you a chance. The men don't have time for you. The men pay lip service to whatever you are doing. You are the one that will hold yourself up and put yourself out there so that you make a difference. And I believe that if we are prepared, we can step it up. Can we step it up? Yes. I'm sure we can step it up. We can even do better than stepping it up. We can get the job done. And I know that with the ECOFEPA and all the support CSOs, we will be able to do it. I've always said it, CSOs are forte in political associations and political movements. They are the ones that give us the leverage to be able to do what we are doing. Young ladies, are you convinced that you can do it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. Will you do it? Yes. Going forward, are you going to hold yourselves together and strong and move on as a group? Yes. I pray God will be with you. Yes. Beyond it all, like the president said, pray. When you pray, you talk to God, and God will answer. Women, we are prepared. Let's do it. God bless you.
Thank you, distinguished. That was a call to action. So we're going to now take all the questions put together, and distinguished Senator Ireti Kingibe is poised to anchor this segment, and we have just 10 minutes. we will take all the questions that are available, but we will still be mindful of time and use our discretion to cut it off at some point. So I would ask distinguished Senator to take over from here.
The mic, okay. My Honorable President, members of the executives of ECOFEPA, my distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and my honorable sister, my mentor, Senator Oluchimi. My name is Ireti Kingibe. I'm a first-term senator, but I want all of you to learn something I learned. I tried to get elected for 20 years. 20 years. And it wasn't that the first time I introduction to politics, I went straight into general election. I won, I was in opposition. We dragged the seat for 1 year. But after which, everybody thought, oh, she'll go back into her house. I did not, because I was interested in serving my people. And I must tell you that as a woman, you're going to get a lot of opposition. Your husband will tell you yes, it doesn't necessarily mean yes. You will go out there, you talk to people, they will tell you that, oh, madam, forget about it, it is a done deal, it's a lie. You have to learn to be discerning. But the one thing I think I had that I want every woman to have, or else you're not going to survive the politics, is resilience. When they knock you down, you would have won the primaries, you know you won it. Everybody saw you won it, they'll say, no, he won it. What are you to do about it? You say, okay, no problem, congratulations, you move on. The next time again, they see you come out. And as long as you do not give up, you will achieve it, whatever it is you're looking for. Secondly, I will tell you something. I don't know any thugs. I don't have any thugs. Now, that is a problem women have. Violence in politics. Even this last election I won, the truth of the matter is I think I'm the senator in the National Assembly in the Senate who entered that Senate with the highest elected votes. Even with that, I think I may still not have been declared the senator if a man wasn't running with me. He came, he said, madam, they've arranged thugs to scatter all the votes, destroy everything. I said, what do you want me to do? I don't know what to do. He said, I know what to do. I don't have the money. I said, here's the money, you go do whatever you need to do. So, women, you also need allies. If you want that politics to work, you need allies. Apart from that, all constituencies are different. I was running in a constituency where money doesn't make a lot of difference. Intellect makes a lot of difference. I would tell you that even with the massive votes I got, I probably also went to the Senate, was probably the senator who spent the least amount of money. I was headhunted in the sense that I was I was tired after 20 years and I wasn't seeing the development, and my attitude was, okay, so it will be different if you become a senator. But I must say, I spent next to nothing. Unlike Senator Natasha, who spent $1 billion, I spent 2 million naira for my ticket because 4 parties wanted me to be their candidate. So what I'm trying to tell you women is that understand your constituency. A constituency that's not for sale, there's no point in amassing money. The first time I ran, I had only 1 million naira. The rest of it came from the people who felt that I would represent them well. So read your constituency. And winning is not the end of the road, though. I can tell you that Senator Natasha and myself, we still get a lot of flack, though we're already there. But as she says, if the people are with you, they will stand up for you. Any of you who's been on social media has seen that the people of the Federal Capital Territory stood up for me and responded to the question of who elected her senator. When that question was asked, the people who elected her senator responded. So, and mentors, I would not be a senator today, but for a woman, an incumbent senator
who mentored me and wanted me to have her seat. I am now throwing it up that all women who want Senator Ireti Kingibe to mentor them, she's available. And those of you who feel that you can replace her, please come. I will give you my structures the way she gave me her structures. So women, I've always believed in women. Senator Olujimi knows I've been calling her, that bill, please help me with it, that bill. I am also optimistic that this time around, the giant of Africa will rise to be a giant and also lead in gender inclusion. So that is all I have to say. Oh, by the way, I'm chairperson for Women Affairs in the Senate. So I'm also trying to get that bill passed. Also, we're working on doing a massive, all-inclusive Women's Summit later on this year. So now I'm now open to your questions. No questions? That's good. That's very good. No questions. Okay, let's start with her honorable. Okay.
Comments.
Okay. Good afternoon, my mommy senator and the serving senator. Good afternoon, my colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. I am Blessing Amadi from Port Harcourt, River State, in Nigeria. I just want to make some contributions because it wasn't easy to be here as a woman. We all know what we passed through, but I want to encourage our women, the girls in particular. I'm lucky I'm here. Two ladies came out to say, Mommy, we are my lecturer in Faculty of Law. You know, that gladdens my heart. I used to talk to them the way I want to speak now. If you want to succeed as a woman, as a girl child, you must be strong. I want to adopt all that had been said. You must be very, very strong. Don't be intimidated. When they're asking you to sit down, don't fight, but don't sit down. Rest. When they stop, you continue. Don't be tired. Then you have to learn to be a hardworking person. You must work very, very hard. And you don't beg nothing from anybody. Don't make yourself as if you are a beggar. If somebody doesn't give you money, you won't buy soap, you won't buy whatever. You can wash your head without soap. You can forfeit such things. You don't need them. These days, women, we spend so much money on clothing. Let us learn how to save. Save for the future. Support your family. Be there for them. Because they'll be recognizing you as your family members are recognizing you. Others are also looking up to you because they are watching you. Then there is something you must learn how to do. You must be compassionate. Whenever there is anything being discussed in your family or in your community, please participate. Physically, make contributions, whatever they are doing, even if you don't have money to contribute, do some work to assist. Some of you are asking, how do I get to a position in politics? Please go to your wards. Go and register in your wards. Participate in whatever they are doing. Again, if they are contributing, make yourself available. Contribute. Do something. Be relevant. When they are speaking, even if you don't know how to say anything, raise your hand. They will recognize your hand. They will recognize your hand. Then, there is something that we must also do as women, as girls. You know, if you go to your ward and you know the strong men in politics or in your ward who are ready to, they should be your mentors. Pretend to be their friends to get what you want. Pretend to be their friend to get what you want. Listen to them. Always ask questions. Thank you very much.
Your name, man.
I'm from Radio Nigeria.
Okay, how are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, sorry there.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Tony Victoria Oshunide from Lagos State. My question, please, why did some men don't allow their wives to go into politics, especially if they are not in politics? They believe it is a dirty game. Thank you. Pardon? Hello? Okay. Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Tony Victoria Oshunide. My question, why did some men don't allow their wives to go into politics, especially if they are not in politics? They believe it is a dirty game. Thank you. Why they are not? Yes.
Okay, thank you. Let me answer that quickly. This is what I would say to you. I don't know about other cultures, but the way that I was raised is to encourage a woman to be anything she wants to be. And I want to say this to a woman: if you are married to a guy and he doesn't want for you to be in politics that you feel you're called to, then you shouldn't be in that relationship. Now, hold on. Let me tell you this. My daughter the last time told me she wants to get involved in politics. I'm supporting her. Guess what she told me? She's going to be the president for the United States. This is what she's told me. I'm encouraging her. She's the president in her school. She's working towards it. You need to start the foundation from the smallest time. Fathers, we need to encourage our women, our daughters, to get involved and be anything they want to be. And that's what I would say. I don't know about other men, but I know about how I was raised.
Most Nigerian men want to Okay, thank you very much. Just an addition to what the Honorable said. Most Nigerian men will support their wives. Most, not all. But you need to convince your husband that going out there will be beneficial to the family. That is what is key to whatever we're doing. My husband has supported me all of the way. In fact, he was the one that was asked to come and contest. And the people said, no, we want the woman. And he said, go, I will be behind you. And he's been behind me. And I know very many women who also have that. But you must show that you will be above board. You must show him that your home will matter most to you. And you won't ride roughshod on your home just because you have a name, you have a position. You know, it's easy for us to get carried away. You must not be carried away. And that is key to whatever we're doing.
Good afternoon, Mama. My question is, my name is Princess Felicia Ochuole Igbe. My question is, are there plans for electoral reforms, and how do you intend to ensure balance in inclusivity? Are there plans for electoral reforms, and how do you intend to ensure balance in inclusivity?
Yes, thank you very much, Ma. I am Barrister Favour Ugochukwu Bekoro from Ebonyi State, a representative of WIRE and the Creative Director of UF Farms Enterprises. Please, my question is very sensitive, Ma.
as an aspiring young woman who is very interested in governance and legislation, how do I address the challenges of being vulnerable to the male counterpart, that is, their incessant requests of having affairs with you, promising to support you, right, knowing fully well that we need them? That's my question. Thank you.
Thank you so much. My name is Dorcas Bagobiri. My question has to do with dealing with the Queen Bee syndrome. I'm not directly, I don't think I have the heart for politics. I'm not going to lie, I already know that. But I'm very much interested in being a support to those who are active in politics. So, but something I've come across in my experience in work and all of that is that sometimes you deal with this thing called the Queen Bee syndrome, whereby you have a female in an organization who is doing well and you're looking up to her basically, but sometimes it's you get a bit of a pushback. It's as if you're trying, I don't know if it's perceived that you're trying to take their position or something similar to that. So my question is, have you experienced it, and how would you advise you go around situations like that? Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Khadija Abdullahi Iya. I'm the founder, Women Community in Africa. I'd like to commend this kinds of town hall meeting, and I'd like to say thank you for the opportunity to be here. But I'd like to quickly mention that, please, the ECOFEPA organization, next time please, it would be nice when you invite women who have made it to the political space. Also invite the women that have failed. I am one of those women that have failed twice. When Natasha was talking earlier on, we joined politics in 2018 together, and I also vied for last 2023 election. And one of the things that I want to create is a contribution, not a question. One of the things that we need to also remind our fellow women are the mentality of our women at the grassroots. I'm going to share one shot. I'm going to be very fast about this. A lady that we were helping, because we've been in development for a long, long time, for 18 years, almost 18 years. And this lady was one of the people that was mobilizing for us in Niger State. And everything we did to support them, and they mobilized around it. She came back to us after a while, after the election in 2023, and I need to share this. It's very important that women begin to think about this thing. She said to us that she said to my deputy, because I ran for governor in Niger State, the first female governor candidate in Niger State. When she came back and said that her husband abused her, and because in Women Community in Africa we do gender-based violence, so she came back and wanted us to take her to the hospital, the usual support we normally give her. And my deputy said that no, he cannot do that because it's all broken, all of that. He said that, I'm sorry, she said that, I'm sorry, is it that because we backstabbed you, just like what Senator Eriti was saying? Some people will say yes and then they'll go behind your back and say no. And he said, so you people worked against us. She said, yes, we worked against you because we're looking at your principal, who is a very beautiful woman. For her to come and be the boss of our husbands is not acceptable. So we need to begin now. What is the formula we are going to use as female women in politics to begin to re-engineer the minds of our grassroots women and even the elitist women? Thank you very much.
Okay, now that she switched off, let me start about electoral reforms. Electoral reforms have been a continuous exercise since 1999, and we will continue to tweak the electoral process until we get it just right. So that answers that question. And the young lady about sexual favors. I mean, I think most women should by now know how to handle men. And if you're in politics, it's on. I'm speaking through the microphone. And you should by now know how to handle men when they try to whatever. But in politics, I have to warn you, that's an absolute no-no. If you want to keep your respect and your dignity, forget about the sexual favors. Do the men come to sleep with you when they want your votes? Exactly. So it's a non-issue. Now, women who threaten other women, I mean, that's life. But I think also women, we need to start talking to each other more. We need more awareness programs. I have not experienced that. I must say my biggest support base in the FCT has been female. And I also believe, I see also a change in women in the sense that going from 2023, when I had a lot of men supporting, to now, women are more aware and they're supporting women. And going forward, that will continue. And as for what you said, Madam, it's all still part of the advocacy and awareness that we need to go through. Thank you all.
A round of applause for the distinguished. She did justice to the questions. Participants, are we happy? Did we gain a lot from this exercise? So at this point, we've come to that hour you're waiting for, the raffle draw segment. So I'd like to be guided at this point. Clerk, please, participants, let's pay rapt attention. At this point, let me call on Honorable Blessing Onyeche Ono, Deputy Secretary General, to give the vote of thanks while we prepare for the raffle draw.
Okay, thank you very much. Unfortunately or fortunately, I would say that I'm not here to tell my stories today, but I can confidently tell you that the reason why I'm standing before you here today is because 85% of my votes came from women. But it is a story for another day. It's very easy. Mine is just to give a vote of thanks, and I'll try and make it as quick as possible because time is fast spent. My Honorable President of ECOFEPA, members of the Bureau, distinguished senators, and honorable members, our invited guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to stand before these esteemed female parliamentarians of ECOWAS and our gender-friendly colleagues to give a vote of thanks. Firstly, I would like to thank the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Remi Tinubu, for gracing us with her presence, even with a very tight schedule and a limited time. I would also want to appreciate the first female ECOWAS speaker, Honorable Ibrahima, for her unwavering efforts and insightful leadership style. Your dedication to fostering environments where women can thrive as leaders enriches the entire ECOWAS community with diverse perspectives and innovative solutions. I would like to acknowledge our dear President of ECOFEPA, the Vice President, and all the members of Bureau, and also the clerk, for your immense contribution to today's discussion on rethinking women's promotional representation within ECOWAS. And this will go a long way in mentoring our younger ones. To our guests who participated, who are here today, I hope you learned from the shared experiences and stories of our spokespersons, ranging from senators and honorable members. We hope that would inspire and motivate you in politics. Remember, our dear guests, that whatever you think in your heart, with determination, focus, dedication, you can achieve. Also remember, you need a mentor. As you have heard from all the speakers here today, they all agree that you need a mentor. I would equally like to thank the Bank of Industry for their kind contribution, which has significantly supported our efforts and initiative. To the organizers and supporters of this network, your vision and commitment are paving the way for a new generation of women and leaders. Your efforts inspire countless women to step forward and make their voices heard. As we reflect on our progress, let us affirm our commitment to ensuring every woman has the opportunity to participate fully in ECOWAS leadership. For together we can build a future where gender equality is a reality. Finally, I cannot stop this speech without appreciating the DSP and all our he for she champions. Thank you very much. Yes, we can, all the great women.
Thank you, Honorable Blessing Onyeche Onu. Another round of applause for her. So I would enjoin us to pay keen attention while I announce to you, participants, everybody by now would have a piece of paper with a number on it, right? If you don't have, let's signify with a raise of hand. That means everybody's got their piece of paper with a number written on it. That's for participants, not for members of parliament. That's for the delegates, not for members of parliament. So if we all have it, then I would enjoin you to pay attention. So the process is that I would call an honorable member that would come forth and dip hands in the box in front of us, the brown box on the table in front of us. And whatever number he picks, he would announce. And when he makes the announcement, we would all check what we have. If it corresponds with the announcement, well, the person that picks it, the lucky fellow, should move forward with that indication, right? So once we do that, the person would have won something. And so the way we're going is that the first level of the raffle draw would be for the six laptops that would have. So the we would have 6 lucky fellows living here with laptops. Yeah. So at this point, let me call on the president of the ECOFEPA. She will lead the pack to come up and dip hands in the box, and then pick just one piece of paper so that we can, get on and finalize with this. A round of applause for her. She dips her hands. Laptops. Well, we have 6 laptops to give out. 5 laptops have been corrected. That is 5 laptops to give out. Yeah, so you can call the number and then I'll repeat it. I'll echo it here. Yes. She's putting some suspense in it. Ask aloud. (191). The lucky winner is not 191. Come up with it. Let's verify. To save time, I'd like to call Honorable, the first Vice President, Honorable Chantal, to come down and take and dip hands in the box. Honorable Chantal, it's your turn to dip your hand into the box for a number. Have we verified the 191? Okay. Okay. Okay, letter of invitation. 118 is the second lucky winner. 118. Come with your letter of invitation as you're coming. 118. Come with your letter of invitation for verification. Madam Clerk, have we verified? So a round of applause for 191. You would also enjoy opportunity for a photo session with the chair or the leadership of ECOFEPA. Honorable, you've dipped, you've collected. No, I think you have done. Okay. Come, blessing. Honorable Memuna Sise is dipping hands now. What number is that? 236. If you're the lucky winner, come with your letter as you're coming up for verification. 236. Okay, the 236 is not here, so a second round of dipping, and she has collected. What's the number now? 003. Who is the lucky chap? 003. Did you come with your letter? A round of applause for him. He's been verified. I would like to call on Honorable Isa to come and dip her hands. That would be the fourth dipping of hands, so that would mean just one more iPad remaining. And we have received yet another winner. What's the number, please? 126. One, 2, 6 is a very happy winner. One, 2, 6, come with your letter as you're coming up for verification. Come with your letter. This is for the last winner of the laptop. We have other items. I hope so too. There is the number, so let's hear it. 225 is a woman. She's up there in the gallery. So there we have it, our 5 winners, pending verification of the last person. Our 5 winners. I'm trying to manage the time because we have to do a closing ceremony, a closing session here in the next hour. So let's make it faster. The 5 persons should please come up to receive their rewards. And then, yes, the last person is coming from the gallery. Photographers, let's maximize the use of this opportunity for photograph. Why the photographers here? Yeah. Verify her document, please. So while we're handing over the winnings, let's quickly follow the same route for 2 iPads. We're giving out 2 iPads. So at this point, I would like to call on Honorable Fatumata Yebeba to dip into the box. Yeah. The last person, please. Call Honorable. We call Honorable Ono. Just give it. It's already Honorable Ano, you would come to dip and pick a winner. Honorable Ano, come and pick for the next round of winnings. Oh, okay, Honorable Orlando. 013. Please make it fast with your letter. We have the winner 079. 079, quickly make your way up to the front. (079). If there's no 079, let's discard that and dip again. Is 079 coming? You almost lost your chance. Honorable Lando, it's better you stay so you can hand over the gift to. Okay, he has collected his gift. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. So we now, following this, the last batch of raffle draw is for 20 bags of rice, 25 kg of rice. So at this point, I would call on our mama, the chairperson again, because she's closest to the box. I could also call the men, but I have already called her. Let her pick. The chairperson of ECOFEPA, she's close. We don't have time. The bag of rice, we're starting with that. The ECOFEPA chair would dip into the box. Yes, ma'am. Zero two zero. Blessing. 020. She's upstairs? Okay. 054. Onobuhu? Rosa. Okay, yes. It's okay, it's okay. There's no time, actually. There's no time. I'm trying to manage the time. What number is that? 004. 004. Blessing. Honorable Sain, please come and dip your hands in the box. Honorable, please, you have to do it twice or 3 times because of time. 226. 226. 226. Can you verify that you are really the person? Two, 226. Honorable Sain, pick again. Pick another one. Blessing, collect that one. Pick another one. Honorable, pick another one. We'll pick 2 or 3 times, yeah. What number? 069. Number 069. The next one, pick another one, Honorable. Start making your way to the front. We don't have time. 233. If you are 233, quickly make your way to the front. Two, 212. Yeah. Okay, let me announce the arrival of the Honorable, Nigeria's Honorable Minister for Youth Development, Dr. Jamila Bio Ibrahim. A round of applause for her. And we're getting information that some delegates are eating right inside this room. It is not permitted. Kindly cease with that activity. Yeah? Wait until this event is over. You can take your food outside and eat it over there. You're not permitted to eat a meal in this room. It's a hallowed chamber. Thank you. Zero, 005. Who has 005? 005. Who has 005? 127. Number 127. Number 119. One 119. Then, which other number, please? 100. Number 100. It's not up to 20 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 100. Hmm? One 190. 190. One 190. They have 100. Blessing. 164. 164. Okay, pick another one. 178. 164 is coming down. 178. 107. 107. 130. 132. 132. 'Their accounts go to her because I may not know who and who you do. Zero 53. 053. Please help me count. Count. That's the 15th person now. 5 more persons. 018. 018. Oh my God. Zero 85. How many did you count? 15. Anyone? The next person, please. Just call the next person. 055. No, they are now 19. Yeah. Don't call another one. Let's verify the number. 055 is coming down. So count. 148. 148. 044. 148 and 044. Okay. 19. We counted 17 earlier, so plus 2, 19. Should be 19 with these two. One more, I believe.
complicate this world. For a homo to have over, it's like. People did that this laptop there, but well, you can't be as you work it out.
Yes, yeah. Their participants, yes. Yes, their participants, I'm being directed to let you know, the delegates that is, that your books and your bags, you will pick at the place where you're eating or something. So somewhere outside there, someone would attend to you with those. So a round of applause for this segment. At this point, like I announced earlier, we have in our midst Nigeria's Minister of Youth, and then we would have her address us very briefly. So at this point, a round of applause as she makes her way to the rostrum to give her speech to us in a few minutes. Thank you. He's a woman. No? A woman, yeah. Tunis is gone.
Oh, wow. That's remarkable.
So, participants, attention, please. We're about to listen to the minister speak. Can we listen? Can we pay attention? Can we take our seats? Delegates, please, take your seats. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My most sincere apologies for coming in late. My apologies for coming in late. I earlier intended to join you, but I had to attend to a very important state matter. Because my height is quite an issue, it needs to be higher. Okay. Okay, maybe I need to bend over and step to it. And maybe get rid of the heels too.
Can I hold it like this?
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, it won't. Let's. Don't worry. I will bend. Good afternoon, Your Excellencies. I first of all would like to apologize for coming in late. I had earlier intended to come on time, but I had to attend to some very important matters of state in addition to representing His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Distinguished Senator Kashim Shettima Mustafa, GCON, at a very important event that involves inclusion of persons living with special needs. Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Distinguished Senator Oluremi Tinubu, His Excellency, the President of the Senate, the Nigerian Senate, Distinguished Senator Godswill Akpabio, Her Excellency, the Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament, Right Honorable Aja Memunatu Ibrahim, Her Excellency, the Minister of Women Affairs, Mrs. Uju Kennedy Ohane, the ECOWAS Commissioner for Human Development and Social Affairs, Professor Fatou Sarr, His Excellency Ambassador at Large and the head of the diplomatic mission, Dr. Duru Hezekiah, and distinguished parliamentarians from across West Africa. It is a privilege to address you today as we gather here today to confront a persistent challenge, the underrepresentation of women in governance. I keep saying to myself that women in the Nigerian parliament have become an endangered species. Reason being, in the 9th Assembly, we had about 7 women representing us and amongst the 109 senators in the 9th Senate. And in the 9th House of Representatives as well, we had 22 women representing us in the Nigerian House of Representatives. Unfortunately, today we have the 10th Senate with only 3 women out of 109. It is bothering. And we have 17 women out of 360 men in the House of Representatives. That has fallen from 22. So yes, we have become an endangered species, and it is also disheartening that we were unable to pass the additional seats for women in the parliament. We hope that that bill will see the light of day again, and we hope that we will be able to achieve that. At least we have statutory seats created for women. While global numbers paint as well a sobering picture, with women holding only 26.7% of legislative seats, that's globally, we must also acknowledge the progress made. Since the Beijing Convention of 1995, that figure has more than doubled, and countries like Rwanda stand as a beacon of what's achievable. However, regional disparities and the glass ceiling that keeps women from leadership roles remind us that much work is needed to be done. Despite showing a slightly brighter outlook, local governments still lack true parity in most nations. The obstacles that women face in entering politics, social norms, funding limitations, and unconscious biases are real and must be addressed. This event, Rethinking Women's Proportional Representation in Governance, is a crucial step in that direction. We can pave the way for a more inclusive and equitable future by fostering open dialogue and exploring innovative solutions. Well, one of the innovative solutions that we as a federal government of Nigeria have actually in the process of pursuing is we have been able to secure first a 30% inclusion of young people in governance. And we were also able to sneak in at 50%, that is an equitable inclusion of young women amongst that 30%, because we understand that in the youth wing, the young men also are struggling to be represented, to have representation. And the women's wing, the older women, our mothers, are also struggling to have representation. So these are all groups that have been excluded over time. And then what's of us, the young women, who are also even suffer more exclusion. If our mothers and brothers are not at decision-making tables, then we haven't, when has the girl child even gotten education, talked more of being called to the decision table, making table. So we decided that, with the visionary leadership of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the support of the Federal Executive Council of Nigeria, we have approved the implementation, and for sustainability purposes, we are also working to back it up with an act of parliament to have a 30% youth quota with an equitable young women inclusion in government from the national, sub-national, and at the local government level. We am here to advocate and to solicit your support on very sustainable ways to actually implement this model successfully. Well, The supplementary act of the 30% supplementary act of ECOWAS Parliament, which mandates that there's a 30% female representation, yet the reality is stark. Women remain significantly underrepresented across West Africa. In Nigeria, for example, women's political leadership pales compared to their achievements in other sectors. This underrepresentation has a tangible cost on our country and the development of the West African sub-region. Diverse voices are silenced because women are underrepresented. So our voices are silenced, leading to policies that do not reflect the needs of all citizens. Why does this matter? This matters because research has shown that parliaments with higher female representation enact more progressive legislation, particularly regarding health, education, and social welfare, issues that disproportionately affect women. The World Bank also, through a study, has found that the increasing female leadership in government boosts economic growth. Gender equality is not just fair, it is just the smart thing to achieve. Women face a multitude of challenges and entering politics, ingrained biases, limited access to funding, and a lack of support networks. But there's hope in Nigeria because, like I said earlier, we have the approval of the Federal Executive Council. The Federal Ministry of Youth Development has been able to secure the approval of the Federal Executive Council. And in implementation of the 30% youth quota, we also have a vision to establish a leadership training and mentorship institute. We're equipping young women with the skills and confidence to navigate the political landscape, because it is not enough to create seats for young people and opportunities for young people. We must build their capacities as well to take on leadership positions. So establishing the Young Leaders Institute is a key initiative to nurture female leadership. This institute provides young women with skills, knowledge, and networks needed to excel in various fields, regardless of their social economic background. So fostering a new generation of empowered female leaders. Our advocacy for change continues to deepen. Working with stakeholders, we push for policies that level the playing field. The 30% youth quota, under the visionary leadership of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the importance of young youth representation has become firmly acknowledged. Recognizing the crucial role of young people, particularly young women, in shaping a brighter future, the Federal Executive Council approved implementation of the 30% youth quota with equitable young women inclusion. This underscores our commitment to inclusive representation and active youth participation in decision-making processes. So let us learn from successes in the past. We stand at a crossroads. Today's Spotlight Initiative on rethinking women's proportional representation in governance is more than just a meeting. It is a critical conversation about the future of our region and a call to action. Countries with gender parity laws offer valuable lessons. Let's adopt best practices that work. Then we work together. We can create a future where women are at the table and shaping the agenda. Let's take bold actions to ensure every voice is heard and every citizen is empowered. I thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister of Youth. Youth Development for Nigeria, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Another round of applause for her. So that brings us to a speedy close of this wonderful event. Did we all enjoy it? Did we all learn something, delegates? It appears we didn't.
We did.
So at this point, I've been directed to let delegates know that your bags will be collected at the point when you're being paid. So there's no need to struggle for it. You will all receive your books, I believe, and bags. So at this point, we will call it a wrap. I believe in my own judgment that it's been successful. And for that, a round of applause as we all depart. Thank you.